Hi, this is Dr. Doreste with the Cranial Release Technique, back with another video. It's going to be a short one. You know, I used to talk to patients always about trying to give them explanations about this concept of preventative maintenance. Why is it that they would come in, usually because they're having some trouble? They'd start to receive the Cranial Release Technique, they'd start to feel better, and now we got to the point where they would start to question, did they need to continue this because their original problem that they came in with has now been resolved? And I would always educate them as to why I felt this concept of preventative maintenance, optimizing function, optimizing function makes sense. And I would use examples depending who I was talking to. Obviously, if you're talking to an auto mechanic, very easy to explain how. Why do you change your oil in the car? Why do you go for tune-ups? Because it's preventative maintenance. It's going to extend the life of the car, the engine, the health of the vehicle. You get the computer people that come in, and then it was easy to say, well, you know, when you're having trouble with your computer, sometimes you just restart your computer or restart your phone, and that would sort of refresh the signal or refresh the circuitry somehow. And then your tablet, your computer, your phone would optimize and function better. Oh yeah, it makes sense, they would always say. And I would explain that's why you need cranial release on a regular basis, because as soon as you leave here, you're going back into the real world, back into the physical, chemical, emotional stress. And that then just, you know, takes like a damp cloth and throws it on electrical circuits of the brain. That's really what's happening in my mind. Well, now most people have a cell phone or a smartphone, and you know, you're always being asked to constantly update or upgrade your apps and all the things in the phone. And it's the same concept as regular cranial release technique. Constant updating to allow you to function better. And that's exactly what we do with the cranial release technique. Constantly updating your internal system, your brain and spinal cord, your central nervous system, which controls and coordinates every function of the body. I mean, that's right out of Gray's Anatomy. So we want to optimize function. Sure, as we said in other videos, sure, I'd like you to sleep properly. I'd like you to eat properly. I'd like you to get sunshine. I'd like you to get fresh air. I'd like you to exercise, all the things, have a positive mind. All those things are so important for optimizing health. But I always felt the missing piece was enhancing central nervous system function, which is what we do with the cranial release technique. So if you are a practitioner out there and you would like to consider learning the cranial release technique, well, pretty simple. Just go to the website, cranialrelease.com. There's a button there called Online Training Program. And you can learn everything there is to know in the comfort of your home or office of how to actually perform the cranial release technique. Once you've completed that, we've now added the second piece of the puzzle, and that is the CRT Mastery Review. The live event, the next one's going to be December 2nd in Florida. It's going to be a very small, intimate setting, 15 students. I will personally be there. My wife, who's been with me the whole time, she's a black belt, she'll be with me there. We'll have a few other of our top instructors there as well. And again, to me, that's the 1-2 punch. You do the online training, or maybe you've taken the live event years ago, and now you want to get refreshed, or if you've never met me before, and you've only seen me through video through the online training, now's your time to come to Florida, December 2. It's a one-day event. Details are on the website under events. You can just click the events tab and you'll see what it's all about. And that's about it. I mean, it's very simple. Again, for those of you that don't know anything about the cranial release technique, it is a 1-minute cranial-based technique. It does align the cranium, the 22 bones. It does align the spinal column as well, the bones of the spine. It does align the pelvis. It does release the dural tension. It does release fascial tension throughout the body. It balances autonomic nervous system function. So when you need to be sympathetic, you shift to sympathetic. When you need to shift to parasympathetic, you shift to parasympathetic. It balances brain hemisphere activity so that the brain hemispheres are balanced. So when you need to think like an engineer, you can tap into the left brain. When you need to think like an artist and create, you can tap into the right brain. And the doorway is wide open between left and right brain. CranialRelease.com is the website. I recommend you go there, visit the YouTube channel, subscribe to YouTube if you like. All my videos are on my YouTube channel. Click around, order the free report, feel comfortable. Any questions, you can email me, you can call me. All the details are on the website as well. And that's it. It's pretty simple. CranialRelease.com again is the website. This is Dr. Doreste saying thank you, my friends. Wishing you a wonderful day, and I hope to see you down the road. You be well. Updating the apps, updating the central nervous system from all the stress that we're under, the constant, chronic, low-level stress, the physical stress, chemical stress, emotional stress, EMF stress, being in a Wi-Fi environment, just life in 2023 is very stressful. And the cranial release technique, I can't tell you how many times you work on someone with this technique, they'll just lay on the table and say, oh my goodness, I needed that. I don't even know what you did, but I needed that. That's the cranial release technique. That's what I'm inviting you to learn and to find out more about at the website, cranialrelease.com. Thanks so much for watching. You have a fabulous day. Adios, my friends.